Okay, hello everyone, you're very welcome. Thanks for dropping by again. I've got my little minion stove making lots of heat at the minute, but I'm going to retire the little fella. And what I'm going to do is I want to make a bigger unit, and I want to make it a bit different. So here's the components for my next waste oil project. So I've got a propane tank, a small one, and I've got a standard kind of 55 gallon oil drum. The plan is to turn the oil drum sideways and to mount the little propane tank underneath. Now I know it's going to be unstable, but I can put a couple of L brackets or something underneath it and bolt it to the ground. But that's the plan anyway, and we'll see if it works. If not, I'll just modify or move along, make something else happen. Now I have other projects planned for this particular oil drum, and what I'm going to do now is just make this one work. I've got some mechanical stuff on the way. When that arrives, I'll make the unit burn a different way. So the plan is anyway to use waste oil to heat my shed. There's more surface area on a 55 gallon drum, which is fantastic. And also maybe I want to cook on it, or maybe I want to kind of heat break discs, whatever it is. But I'm going to make it kind of a barbecue kind of setup on it, but it's going to be heated with waste oil. No smoke or anything like that in it, so it'll have an exhaust. It'll go into my flue system. That's a 4 meter flue. It'll go into that anyway, and like this one, the exhaust will go out. You can see this running. Probably hear it too, I'm not certain, but it sounds a bit like a rocket stove. It runs a bit like a rocket stove. It burns very clean and it uses very little oil. Currently, at a small, kind of skinny, steady stream, it's in and around 2 litres an hour. That's not an awful lot of oil for the amount of heat it provides. Serious amount of heat. Now, I had other burner units, where I'm driving forced air into the unit. I can burn more, and if I burn more, obviously I get more heat. But there's plenty of heat out of this thing. And I'm delighted with it, but I'm just retiring it. I want something bigger and something with different functionality on it. So that's the plan. These 2 items are going to become the basis of my next DIY waste oil project. These videos have been very successful. Lots of people have watched them, and thanks very much, comments and all the subscribers and everything. So I'm going to try and make something a little bit different with this. I have some other projects planned for the shed as well during the winter. So it gets dark here, like everywhere else, maybe 4:30, 4 o'clock or something in winter, and it will be cold and wet and miserable the whole lot. But if I'm in the shed and I've got plenty of heat, and I've got lights here, so it means I can come out here, do what I want to do, and go back into the house then when I'm finished. Okay, so I'm going to mark up the propane tank and the oil drum for cuts. I'm going to go at it with my little 18-volt angle grinder. I'm going to disassemble the propane tank, make it safe, fill it with water and so on, and make my cuts then. So essentially I'm going to make a smaller version of the minion stove with this. Okay, I'm going to make it so that my current size waste oil burner, as seen in other videos, fits into this. But the flames and the exhaust out of this are going to go straight up and into the side of this. That's the plan. I have it marked now. I'm going to cut along the lines and take that piece out. I have to weld in another piece. I have a design in mind, so hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, these barrels are dirt cheap. So anyway, we'll do this and have a go. Here we go. Okay, there's nothing flammable in this. This has got water in it. Originally it would have had some sort of oil-based product in it. But I need to cut this section out. And you'll see when I get closer to what I want to do, you'll see I need a couple of hinges and so on. This is kind of just for tonight. If I get that cut out, that's it. So here we go. Now the last little bit. Okay, Sinead, that's it. Okay, maybe I should have emptied the water out. I knew it was water in it. Let's see what you can see. Oh, you can see fairly well. Okay, so that's my drum. Now you can see, how flexible they get when you take a big lump out of them. I can stiffen that up, I can strengthen that. Now I have a sheet steel. My plan is, okay, now you'd swear I cut it for that. Well, obviously I did. Now this flat space here, I want to use, for kettles, cooking, whatever. It's just an experiment. I don't really cook, can't cook. genuinely. But anyway, I can boil water and make tea. So look, I'm going to sheet these off so that it's sealed in. I'm going to put a hole in the bottom of it. I'm going to do that tonight. And the hole is going to be to allow this gas canister to come up inside it. And then I'll prep it so that it goes up but can't kind of fall out or fall over wherever. And then there's going to be a lot of welding. So that's in the welding stage. Okay, so look, I'll end this one here. This is more or less the gist of what I'm going to do. This is kind of it in the nude, if you like. This is going to get hinged. I actually don't have a couple of hinges. I could either make them, but it's handier just to buy a couple. The cutting took, I don't know, what did it take? 10 minutes. It'd be easy to figure out later. And I went through 2.5 angle grinder discs, or 2 and a bit angle grinder discs, and 1 battery. You know, so not bad. You know, done with hand tools. I didn't have and don't have a plasma cutter, which would make it quicker. Anyway, so that's the plan. I'm going to end up with this. Hopefully I can make this red hot and you know, cook stuff on it, or heat parts for, you know, for the shed. But also we've got all that surface area to radiate heat, and I'm going to try a couple of different burner units in it. My own burner unit, my own design. It's fantastic, and it's definitely going into this. But I've got a couple of parts coming as well, and I'll probably feed it from the end, you know, left or right, I'm not sure. I'll put a hole in it and put a gun type, and I will heat this mechanically, if you like. You know, there'll be a fan on it and so on. It'll be a modified kind of domestic waste oil gun type burner unit, like a Riello or something like that, but it'll be modified so that it takes waste oil. Essentially that means that it's not going to use the pump. They come with a high pressure pump, brings up to maybe 8 or 11 bar of pressure, but they want lovely clean, you know, like gasoline grade diesel or kerosene, you know, not lumpy, horrible, dirty, you know, vegetable oil or car oil or whatever. So to get modified to do that, I'm going to have to start filtering the oil, and so that's a whole project in itself. That'll be the mechanical side of it, and that'll be another burner, and we'll see where that goes. But for now, I just want this going. I know this is going to work because there's a few different burner units I made. Some of them forced air, some of them not, and I might use all of them on this. And certainly we're going to use that gun type as well. Parts should be here tomorrow, so I'll get this ready. Okay, so that's it, and hopefully you can hear me from over there. Right, if you liked the video, please thumbs up, subscribe down here somewhere, and share, comment, all of that. And look, we'll progress this more in the next video, and I'll see you then. Thanks for dropping by. Cheers, bye.